times, and that's going to be I think the best way I get you back on pub.
Possibly, although you had a lot of good stuff to say about Apex. How you feel about Apex these days? You're a lot more plugged into this than I am.
Yeah, I mean, I still think Apex is a great game. To me, Apex is like the difference between Apex and pub. The reason why I end up playing pub more is because Apex feels like it's a bunch of like cars going 100 miles an hour all running right into each other, and that's super fun. And you know, you have a good time doing it. It's just there's not a lot of thinking. There's just a lot of like acting and reacting. Whereas pub, it's like slower. You remember? It's like much more tactical. Like you're gathering data about like gunshots that you hear and where people might be rotating. Apex is just like hold down W and charge at everybody.
A little bit more actiony.
Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, there's definitely way more action. There's sometimes with pub it feels like mid game takes forever, but I don't know. Apex is still a blast. It's just so. It's like everybody third parties everybody, and it's just all like reacting, but it's fun.
That's cool. So wait, do you do Fortnite too? Do you compare with those at all?
I haven't really played Fortnite in months. Like,
oh, I hear you.
I was never really that big into it. I guess, you know, that's probably just the building. You know, probably like the same answer that everybody gives. That has tried it doesn't get it hooked. This building's not for them.
Oh!
It's fun to watch. I mean, fun to watch like these people that can build like a house a minute.
Yeah, that building thing, it kind of weirded me out that Fortnite got so popular with that building mechanic. Oh, there's CohhCarnage. Nope. Oh, God. But yeah, that seemed like a weird thing to kind of take off.
Did you play it at the very beginning? Did you play the BR at the very beginning?
I played Fortnite. No, actually. I played Fortnite, the non-BR version. And
Yeah.
that's the only thing I've ever played. I've never played Fortnite VR.
Not once?
Not even once, bro.
Whoa.
Not even once.
Man,
I'm probably the biggest streamer on Twitch to have never played Fortnite once.
I was about to say, that's really impressive that you've gone this walk. At this point, it's just like, it's just impressive. You got to keep it up. Like I had a dude one time in college, this 21-year-old person tell me that they've never had a hamburger before. And I didn't really know what to say. I was just like, at this point, I'm like, why even have one? You might as well see how long you can go without it. Like, you know.
Oh my God, I gotta work on my timing. Get away from my rope! This is my rope. Ah! Yes! Come to Co! Oh God! I think he dropped his bow over here. Did he drop his bow? Oh God, oh God.
Was it you that I talked about the Knights of the Republic, like TV or movie deal with?
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
Woo!
so I think I actually probably learned that from you now that I think about it.
Oh, I think when we heard about it, it was just this like little rumor, and then just like what, a couple weeks ago, they announced that it's actually happening.
Oh, they announced that it's official?
Yeah, I think they're talking more about it. It became. Ow!
Okay.
Oh wait, I got him earlier, so now we're even. That's okay.
I wonder if if it's going to be something that they make just for that Disney Plus streaming service.
Oh, probably. I mean, they're doing everything they can to promote that right now. They're right. Oh yeah, okay. Aquila 21. Thank you for this. Apparently, they're writing a script now. They've said.
Okay.
So it is actually happening.
Well, that's
great.
how easy is that? They already made the game.
I know, right? Well, it's probably gonna have to be a completely different thing.
You think so?
Actually.
Like completely different?
I don't know.
Like,
now that
'cause
I'm thinking about
obviously,
it.
I don't want to. I mean, the game came out in 2002, but I still don't want to spoil for anybody. But like, there's, you know, the twists that happen are still. That's like fundamental to what Knights of the Republic is.
Yeah. It's interesting because before you said that, I hadn't really thought about what the story's going to be. Oh, you did not mean to do that. He did not mean to do that. But yeah, that would be interesting. I got to say, if they made a TV show actually based around like the Coder 1 or 2, that could be awesome. They have great stories.
Oh, you think they're just going to use the Old Republic as a setting and then make their own story?
I'm thinking so. I think that would be the easier thing to do. And also, game pacing and movie pacing are extremely different. A lot of times games are done in like multiple acts, and a lot of times stories just go down. They boil it down to like a single act, you know, with one crescendo and one climax and things like that. So I don't really know how the story would translate, to be honest.
Well, and that's where I was thinking they would just do a TV show and put it out on Disney Plus.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe we'll see multiple seasons with multiple different, you know, like arcs of Coder addressed. Kind of like they're doing with Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's one thing they announced at the Square show that I was a little... it's making me a little bit less excited for Final Fantasy VII Remake. Did you play the original Final Fantasy VII?
I played it. I was so young. I mean, when I played Final Fantasy VII, I was probably 8 years old, and I don't really remember. It's like playing Ocarina of Time. Like, I don't really remember much about Ocarina of Time except for the fact that there's temples. You know what I mean? It's just like basic stuff about FF7 that I remember.
We got him. That was so great.
That's kind of why I'm excited for the remake. Is basically go do it again.
Yeah, well, the thing about remake though that's interesting is the entire remake, the first part of the remake. So what we're getting on March 3rd, the entire thing is like the first 5 to 10 hours of Final Fantasy VII.
First 5 to 10 hours are what?
The first 5 to 10 hours of the original Final Fantasy VII. That's all we're getting in the remake that's out on March 3rd.
Oh.
Like the scope of the remake either is reduced, or they're completely changing how the story is being told, or we're gonna get like 5 remakes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna be nuts.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that they were changing it.
They already said they'll expand on Midgar. Yeah, the only thing there that's really strange, Joe, and Midgar is the first part of it. Like, if they're expanding anything about Midgar, then it's kind of like, what are they doing with the rest of the game? Like, the thing that I'm wondering is that they're going to tell a different story in Final Fantasy VII Remake. Like, because I don't know how they could tell the entire first story in how it is now. It's going to be wild. I mean, I'm going to love it regardless. I can already tell. Like, the gameplay and everything looks amazing. I'm going to treat it as like a brand new game and not just try to compare it to Final Fantasy VII. And that way, you know, whatever. That's great. But, yeah, it's going to be weird to see how they do it.
Did they come out with a remake of Final Fantasy X a few years ago?
I don't think a remake. They may have had a remaster. Maybe chat could help me out here. Yeah, there hasn't been a remake of a Final Fantasy since I think 7 is actually going to be the first big remake. Yeah. Chat is saying it's a remaster.
It's a remaster, okay. I was wondering if it was going to follow that model, but it definitely does not sound like it.
Hello!
Hello.
Throwing fire bombs? What a rude. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. A remaster with the Zodiac job system?
Yo, they should do like they should try to like remaster. This is probably way too ambitious, but what if they like remastered every single Final Fantasy that was story based and not like an MMO, and then pushed all that out like in one big like $200 product? That'd be awesome.
Like every single, like the Final Fantasy collector. What are you doing?
Oh, my bad. I thought you were
We're on the same team, bruh. What are you doing? Well, it's funny that you say that because they at the Square Enix conference they did announce. Oh, sorry, but they did announce that like there's a bunch of new remasters coming out. So, I mean, maybe once they get enough of those remasters under their belt, they probably could release some kind of big, you know, like collection, like the Final Fantasy World Collection or something. But yeah, a lot of them have already been remastered, and I think they're quickly approaching almost all of them, actually. They announced 13. 13, I don't know if it needs a remaster yet. They announced 10. No, 8 is getting a remaster, as they announced at, oh Lord.
Do you have a favorite?
Do I have a favorite Final Fantasy? Not really. There's a few that I like for different reasons, but I really like 7, but that, you know, that's kind of, there's a big nostalgic thing there. Because it was my first real big game that I ever played. And then, man, I don't know how you mention it. I really liked 15. I actually liked Final Fantasy 15. Not a lot of people did, but I did. Darn it. I thought it was fun.
Is that? I think the reviews I read on that one were that the story was good. It kind of felt empty.
For 15? Yeah. They did it. They made a lot of big changes in 15. So there were many things in 15 that were new and different, and some people liked and some people felt it strayed a little. You know.
Yeah.
Red Mirage says Final Fantasy 15 is the only one I still go back to. NG Plus and the hidden dungeons make it so fun. Yeah? That's cool, man. That's weird. I thought my thing was there first. 15 Royal Edition actually changed a lot. Yeah, that's the one that JP replayed, right? I gotta admit, I kind of want to play 15 again. Especially with all the new content and the DLC and everything. I do kind of want to play 15 again.
By the way, speaking of BRs, you had asked about
add it to the
before.
list.
Did you ever play Realm Royale?
No, I didn't play Realm Royale. I watched a lot of people play Realm Royale, and it seemed pretty fun. I was actually kind of disappointed when it didn't really catch on. I noticed like all the big streamers and people that I knew played it, you know, a few times, and then they're kind of done with it.
Well,
so, do you still
the
play
reason
it?
why I ask is because, I mean, I loved the game when it came out, but then it, obviously, you know, the community kind of dissipated, but they just pushed out a big patch, and I played it yesterday, and the game feels really, I wouldn't be surprised if it makes a little comeback, because the game actually feels great again.
Really?
If that was a BR that you ever wanted to try, it's, you know, it's obviously got the whole class element to it. It's pretty cool. It's one where, you know, you turn into a chicken.
Yeah, the polymorph stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
How's like the population and everything? Like, are a lot of people
Low.
playing
It seems low.
Yeah.
It seems low. It seems like everybody I ran into was just like, they'd been playing it since the game released, you know what I mean? And like, they're just super pro. So, but other than that, I mean, it was like a good time. I hope that it can come back. Like, as far as BRs go, it was really unique.
That's cool, man. Well, right now, like I said earlier, I have like a laundry list of... Dude, I have enough games to play almost to the end of the year. I'm not kidding. Like, I have a list of probably 15 deep now of games that I want to play. I want to finish, new games coming out.
Where's the list?
Where's the list? Oh, right now it's mostly in my head. But I just have a ton of stuff that I'm working on.
Do you write it down?
Sometimes. Like, if it's a big event or kind of thing, then I may write some stuff down or put out a notification, like an actual schedule and stuff like that. But like right now, games on the docket: the original Doom again, then Doom Eternal, Dying Light 1, then Dying Light 2, Baldur's Gate 1, 2, and the DLC, and prep for 3, Witcher 3, before
Baldur's
Cyberpunk,
Gate again.
Borderlands 1, 2, pre-sequel, and the new one, Sinking City, a couple days. Currently playing Judgment. My Time at Porsche is on the back. DOS 2, X4, PoE 2. I want to play all those again. Got a bunch of new releases coming out later this year. Just, yeah, God, the list goes on and on and on and on.
That was impressive. And I thought you were supposed to have already played PoE again.
Pillars of Eternity. Well, I'm playing PoE off stream a little bit. Path of Exile. That's another game I'm playing.
Yeah.
And there's also Warframe stuff that I've been doing off stream a little bit as well. But yeah, PoE 1 I played, PoE 2 I played right when it came out, but then not only did DLCs come out for PoE 2, but they made a ton of major changes and updates via patching. So,
the last time you and I hung out on here, you were telling me that you were about to play PoE 2.
Yes.
Or PoE, yeah, you were about to dive
PoE or
back
Path
in.
of Exile or Pillars of Eternity?
Pillars of Eternity.
I probably did, and then... I dived into PoE 2 a little bit again, and then I got distracted. And I don't know if I've returned since. So, yeah. Unfortunately, PoE 2, DOS 2, and X4 have kind of been, like, bouncing all around my schedule because they're games that I've already played a little bit before. So I'm trying to, like, prioritize new stuff that people haven't seen before.
Right.
But, yeah, whenever I have a gap, those are the games I really want to play. In, you know, a year or two.
There's quite a I mean, the volume is high. I wonder how, from the economic perspective, I wonder how these guys do, these dev houses, and like I mean, because there's so many games, there's so much competition. I wonder what like the average like if the average game like breaks the profit and stuff.
An interesting question, and what's also crazy to think about is how many different types of development there are today. I mean, you have companies like Bethesda, which are like corporations. They're mega corps, right? Like one game has 500 plus people, from the PR to the human resource managers to the marketers to the like. There's just so many people involved in these projects, and then you have games by dev teams with 10 people. And then you have games out that are hugely popular that are 1 to 2 people.
One guy, yeah.
So it's kind of it's wild when you think about the variance and that kind of thing. But it's also pretty wild to think about like a game like Mordhau, this game right here. They announced right before E3 that they just sold 1 million copies. So, I mean, quality is probably
1 million copies.
Yeah. And what's even worse about that is they announced that they're selling 1 million, or they sold 1 million copies, right? And everything's good. Well, then during the PC gaming conference at E3, the Civ 2 devs come out, and they say that they have Chivalry 2 coming out in early next year, and it's going to be Epic exclusive, which everyone is not super pleased about right now. So it's kind of like your lead competition, which is arguably better than your game, just sold 1 million copies, and then you're going to get on stage and say that your game is due in like half a year as an Epic Store exclusive. Like that's
they're probably
that's like as bad as it gets
just from Epic.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. That's what a lot of people are thinking. Like it's like the only reason
they're probably you trade in like customer satisfaction for a little bit of like a more of a guaranteed P&L on the front end.
Yep.
Which I guess
how did this horse get up here?
Decision.
Yep. No, that's exactly right though. That's exactly right. They're basically sacrificing a lot of different things for a nice big check from Epic.
But like more practically, is there and I'm asking this completely like innocently because I don't have a predisposition one way or the other. Is there a reason to not want your game to launch on like if you're a player, is there a reason to not want the Epic Store?
Alex, if we can go ahead and keep politics out of the stream, please.
No, I'm completely. I was just wondering. I'm sorry if that. Yeah, no, you're right.
There's actually many reasons that people really dislike Epic. It's first of all, nobody likes being forced to use something against their will, especially if they want to use something else. And that's exactly what Epic is doing. They're forcing people to use their service. That's one of the first big things. And the second big thing is a very real concern about security. There are major security issues with the Epic Store, and they're not really, addressing them too quickly. So,
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that's another big thing. Also, the store itself is probably the least featured of all of the platforms. It doesn't have very developed systems. It doesn't have basic features that other platforms have. It's just, again, it's them forcing the consumer to use what they want to. Or it's them forcing the consumer to use what Epic wants to against what the consumer wants. And the only reason it's happening is money. So yeah, it's a thing.
At the end of the day, what's important is that last little clause, like against what the consumer wants. That's usually not a great thing.
Yeah. But I mean, it's important to mention that I hate what Epic's doing. I dislike everything that's going on about it. But at the same time, I'm not gonna let, especially in this day and age, I'm not gonna let corporate people making money prevent me from playing a game I want to play. Just like end of story. If anything, that gives them more power than I think that they deserve to have. So yeah, that's how I roll with that stuff.
They're also
I'll hate
a bunch of free stuff.
I won't recommend it. But yeah, they're not going to dictate my enjoyment.
Isn't Epic pumping out like free games like all the time?
Dude, they have free games on their platform. They just got done with a massive sale. Where it was a sale so big that people on their platform were asking them to take their games off it. And I'm not kidding when I say that. They like put up this giant sale without even consulting the people that own the games that are on their platform, and a lot of them were very pissed about it.
Damn.
Yeah. So yeah, Kodai Ryu says, and they've also permabanned some people who bought many games on the same day. Yeah, that was a bug though. That was just them being dumb. Another example of Epic being dumb. They rush stuff out the door without properly QAing it. But essentially what happened is people bought a bunch of games at once, and Epic thought that for some reason it was a security issue, so they banned the accounts. And the only thing they did was buy games quickly.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh my god.
It gets even nastier. There's apparently there's people that I don't know if it's to this day because I honestly haven't followed this for a while, but a week plus later there were people that still hadn't gotten their accounts worked out.
Well, it's
really bad.
It's not even the fact that you got. I would be freaking out if I ran the Epic store and there was a bug that said, "Hey, when people buy too much of our stuff, we ban them as customers."
Right?
What?
Yeah, I know. They have no shopping cart, so you have to buy them all individually. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's add that to the list, right? Oh my god.
I don't even get on that top. Who's going? Oh, the Mordhau competitor. That's right.
Oh. Get that guy. Get that shield. Kick him. Kick him off. Woo! Ah, there we go. Nice.
I usually don't rely on the kick, man.
Dude, the kick in this game is so terrible. I'll be honest, it's terrible. It's stubby, you plant your feet, the range is tiny, and honestly, the effect is not very good. It's one of the reasons that even the pros barely kick. Yeah, it's a stubby
little kick, man. That is the best way to describe it.
Epic fight with this guy. My lord, that was nice. Oh, you get a bonus range with the shield? Oh, that's pretty cool. Death's Not Eric Co. Can't believe it's been 6 months sub, 2 years lurking. Love the game, bro, and the stream. Mordhau, thank you for that. Death's Not Eric. Appreciate it. Proton Squid and Wildberry with the 3 and 2 years of support. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you. Who am I playing with? I'm currently playing with Alex, who is one of the co-owners of Madrinas, my coffee sponsor. Yep.
Hell yeah.
If you go to ko.tv/Kofi, you can use my code to get 50% off, half off, anything you want on their site. Normally, I would really push to you right now the fact that there's an amazing coffee on there called Kofi that they made in conjunction with me, but unfortunately, it's sold out right now. So I will let you guys know as soon as that's available again. But
well, and it sold out about 48 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So everyone was very, very eager and excited.
Death Watch, have a great day, man. We'll see you later, bud. Hey, One Punch Mac, how you doing? Good to see you. Yes, we're gonna be playing the Air Billions in about like 10-15 minutes. Yeah, but we're gonna get another round or two in here with Alex and the Madrinas boys. By the way, also shout out and thanks to Shlomo Madrinas, who is generally bouncing around chat during this time, answering questions and being an overall boss.
If you guys have any questions on the checkout process on madrinascoffee.com or like any of our coffee that you're asking, but I'm not seeing or Ko's not seeing, Shlo is, like Ko said, hanging out and is the guy to ask. At this point, though, man, we've been working together so long. I just assume that everybody has tried Madrinas that's here now.
Pretty much. Well, we got new people in here all the time. So.
Oh no!
Who even knows, man? Who even knows?
Yeah.
Please let me know when the coffee's available again. Oh, I certainly will. Hell yeah.
And very soon we'll have a new Kofi product that we can be talking to people about.
Oh,
but that's not.
Can we talk about that yet?
No, that'll be the most I say. But
oh man, I can't wait to talk about that.
Yeah,
I'm going to be getting all new hardware for that product. Cough, cough.
That'll be a very fun one to talk about, and then to participate in. It'll be a very good one.
Oh yes. So Sebreb says, "What is so special in Madrinas coffee?" Alex.
So what is so special about Madrinas coffee? So first off, if you
why are you my sponsor?
Right. So if you are a coffee drinker and you drink it every day, I'm sure at this point you've gotten attuned to what good coffee tastes like. We sell the absolute highest grade quality bean that you can buy. It's basically just a specialty bean. There's a few places that you can buy it from, and it's not that it's like wildly unavailable. Coffee's is a commodity that's sold all over the world. It's just, not every company decides to buy the highest grade. Some of them buy, more middle grade, more, just to serve whatever they're doing, which is totally fine. But we buy the absolute highest grade, roast it, and bring it to you guys in a micro roasted whole bean pack, and that's what Kofi is. It is actually a Peruvian bean that Co really dug. We all dug. I mean, Peru's got some amazing coffee right now. So Kofi specifically made 4 Co's taste buds, what we dialed it in for. But it's extremely high quality coffee that we roast fresh to order, and that's our micro roast. And then our cold brews, kind of speak for themselves. If you guys have ever had cold brew out in the world, a lot of times it can be super caffeinated, or it can be super concentrated and bitter and acidic, kind of the opposite of what it's supposed to be. We actually blend ours and we reconstitute it back to a normal water to coffee ratio, so it's super drinkable. You can actually guzzle a can in 30 seconds. I just did this morning. I mean, it's that's the problem with some of our cold brews, is I drink it too fast, and then it's I don't get to have it anymore. So then I just go with micro roast, that way I can actually enjoy the cup. But flavor first off, drinkability second off, and then the third thing is we like to make collaborative products, with Co and with all y'all and some of our other partners. Collaborative products are super fun. So sorry if that was long-winded.
Oh no, hey, could have said it better, man. That's awesome. Oh, and you may have mentioned this somewhere in there, but a big reason that I kind of got in this pretty quick is I really like the fact that it's completely all natural.
Exactly. So we don't use, if you guys ever see other cold brews or other drinks that have a bunch of energy in them, in a 16-ounce can, a lot of times the ingredients in there are artificial, or stuff that you don't really want to be putting in your body, stuff that you don't really metabolize too well. I mean, I probably don't have to explain how some of those cans look like chemistry textbooks on the back. Ours is just milk, sugar, coffee, and maybe some chocolate, cocoa, or vanilla, or whatever. Keep it simple. Keep it super understandable. People have been consuming that stuff for hundreds of years, so it's safe, heart healthy, and that's why we built our cold brew line specifically. And kind of why we're here on Twitch and hanging out in the whole gaming world. That's been my background. Competitive Halo player for 8 years, and then when I got done, I was just man, I want to bring a better drink to the community that I've been a part of, because a bunch of energy drinks or artificial stuff that aren't really that heart healthy. They're the only ones here, so that's why we're here. So we're hanging out.
Hell yeah. Yeah, when I was looking around for kind of a sponsorship for something that I use during the stream, in terms of eat or drink, because a lot of streamers have that. I looked around and got a lot of different offers from a lot of different companies, and if you look around Twitch right now, you see a lot of streamers that are promoting basically scientific body stuff. And I've never been about that. I've never been about the Red Bulls. I've never been about the Monsters. I've never been about the G Fuel. I don't do that. I've always drank coffee. Coffee has been my thing. So that's actually the whole reason that I started talking to Madrinas. It's the whole reason this partnership developed, was because I didn't want to do any of that other stuff. That's not what I do. So, and I'm not going to start drinking or using a product just because a company pays me that I don't normally use. So actually, before the Madrinas sponsorship, they sent me stuff to try. And I told them straight up, and I'm sure you remember this, Alex. I told you guys right at the beginning, I was I don't really do canned stuff. Yeah. I don't do that. And they said, oh, it's okay. You can just promote the coffee beans. That's fine. Or even better, you can just use those and whatever. We won't even talk about the other stuff. And sure enough, they sent me a bunch of the cans, and now I drink all the cans too, because it's just coffee in a can, which is so much nicer than what I'm used to from this stuff. Which is, like you were saying at the beginning, basically a small science class on the back of the label.
Yeah, and it's not that I'm gonna sit here and knock the people or the companies that bring those products to market. They're doing their thing. They have a consumer. It's just not for me. And we found a lot of other people that are like that. So
that's the exact same way I feel about it. I know lots of people in my community that use G Fuel. I got people that drink, I got real life friends that love Red Bull. That's their thing over coffee. And they swear by it. And that's awesome. More power to you.
But some people, hey man, coffee's the go-to. And it's a lot of people. It has to be, because coffee is the second highest traded commodity by volume globally. Second to crude oil. So There's something happening there
Really?
where people like it. Yeah, it's massive world.
Whew. Zimper with that rapier frenzy. I'm with you. I can't stand the taste of taurine. That's one of the reasons I don't like Red Bull that much. That night, Red Bull, like a few times I drank Red Bull when I was younger, and it put me in this state where like it was literally my heart was beating so fast, and I didn't really have anything to do with it. Like I had all this energy, but it didn't feel like good energy. It was very strange. That was one of the last times I drank Red Bull. Where like it makes you like jittery energy, not like coffee energy where you like you want to do stuff and let's not be lazy. Like that's what coffee does to me. But like a lot of times energy drinks and that kind of stuff will make me like jittery energy, and I don't like that, man. I'm not a fan of that. I do not like that at all. Rob of House Quark says, "You sure it wasn't cocaine? Hold on." Yes, I'm. Yes, thank you though. It's good to be sure. Yeah. It's good to be sure.
And so then the last comment about the cold brews though, because when we sent you the cold brews, was it the vanilla that you really dug?
The mocha. Well, both actually. I like the vanilla and the mocha. Yeah.
Yeah. So the deal with our cold brews is that, we want to have like an all natural, heart healthy alternative to drinks that are, not as good for you. For anyone out there that's looking for it in a 16-ounce can, the thing about how we've set up like our flavors is we have a whole sweet to bold meter. So some of our flavors are sweeter, some of our flavors are bolder. It depends on how you like coffee and like what your taste buds are good with. So like some people love to have coffee with absolutely nothing in it, and we have a cold brew black. But then on like the complete opposite end of the spectrum, there are people that are like, hey, I love coffee and I can't do other drinks out there that are artificially charged or whatever, but I still need something sweet. We got them also. That's the vanilla and the mocha side. So it's like a whole sweet to bold kind of like spectrum, trying to fit any kind of like coffee drinker on that spectrum. So that way anybody knows if I want to try Madrinas, there's one for me.
Something for everyone. Hell yeah, man. All right, it's 2 o'clock. Were you switching to the Arabillions, or you got another game left? We could do like another little one here for sure. I'll probably do a hard switch in like at 2:05, so like 5-10 minutes.
Dope.
We got a little time left.
I figured you sounded like you were on a schedule today, so I wanted.
Yeah, I've got to leave like right at 4 today, so I'm trying to. Again, just so many different games to play.
Oh, do you? You got to bounce right at 4.
Yeah, I got to go right at 4 today for some family stuff.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, the whole 2 kids thing kind of throws a wrench in the whole late night streaming thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole family thing, trying to coexist with the job thing.
Yeah, this guy's throwing rocks at my head, and he's got a pan. This guy's gonna kill me with a pan. I don't know how I feel about this. Oh god.
But you are gonna be at TwitchCon this year, right?
Probably not, unfortunately.
Oh no, you were there last year. It's already almost been a year.
Was I there last year? Yeah, was I there last year? I don't even remember. My memory's gone.
Last year, I think.
My memory's just gone. I don't even know. Maybe I was there last year. No, I wasn't there last year. No, wait, I was there last year.
You were.
Chad is saying I was here last year. Okay, why am I?
I feel like you were at the Madrinas booth recently.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I was there last year, for sure. Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Schlo said, yeah, you were definitively there. Schlo said, because I was doing the PUBG tournament.
Oh, that's right, and I stopped by. Yes, and you were not there. Yes,
yeah.
I remember. Thank you.
So I was like, Ko stopped by, and I was very sad. I was like, oh no, I wanted to hang with Ko. He never comes to the cons.
Right, yeah, little bit of a.
I mean, you used to. I get it.
I did. Now, so. I used to, and then I haven't been for a long time. But I think that once my second son is a little older, that I'll be able to start going to cons again. But like right now, we've got a 2.5-year-old and a 3-month-old. So it's a kind of thing where my 3-month-old is basically glued to my wife, and she already spends like 8 hours every single day taking care of both of them. So the last thing I'm going to do is like abandon her for days at a time right now.
Oh yeah, I do not fault you, especially because the cons are so like, they're so, they're just like so unique, man. The whole weekend, it just seems like no one's really awake until 3 p.m.
Oh,
and
yeah.
no one really knows where anyone is. And then all of a sudden it's like midnight and everyone's starting to emerge for parties and stuff. It's just they're just not real life.
I like that. No, they are not. No, they are not. Shadow says I have to come to Europe or Riot. Dude, I'd love to go to Europe someday. Would love to. Speaking of Europe, I had a moment this afternoon when I checked my email. You know it's good when a certain company from Europe is like, hey, can we confirm your shipping address? And it's like, oh.
Oh, like,
Oh, okay.
didn't order.
Ah! Come to me! There we go. Okay, good. I'm not gonna say where.
Hold on. Never mind. I see what chat's saying now. So yeah, never mind. That makes sense.
Okay, here's the deal. I'm not going to say what company it is. But the country in which they're from in Europe could be mistaken for the land of strippers. I'll leave it to you.
I'm saying nothing. I'm saying nothing.
Oh god. Yo, oh my god, you just chambered me, bruh.
Who, I did?
You did.
Oh,
my Lord.
there was your head.
That was my head. And you done lopped it.
Dude, chambering this game is so hard. Skill ceiling in this game is so high.
Dude, it really is.
You can put 200 hours in this game and get roped by some pro.
Oh, dude, there's some people that at this point are obscene at this game. Like, every so often I'll get into a round, because I play a lot on public servers, and I'll get into a round where you'll see just like one guy, 65 and 2 or something. And then whenever I die, I watch them. And man, there are people that can just walk into the middle of groups. And they are so good at timing, at accel decelling, at chambering, that they just walk through the group.
It's like they know the code for walking into a group and like disabling everybody's mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, it looks that way. When you watch the person, it looks like he's playing against people that have no idea what they're doing. It's obscene, man.
That's part of the reason why I respect this game so much. Any PvP game that has a skill ceiling as high as this just deserves to be respected. I agree. I hope there's like a cool community. Like I don't know about you, but I love watching esports. So like I hope that this kind of gets a little thing going because it'd be really fun to watch.
I would love to see more Mordhau esports stuff. That could be cool.
Do you ever watch like CS:GO or League or Overwatch or anything?
Not too much. I've not. I generally, it's more of a time thing than anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I generally don't have enough time to watch, like, let alone TV, or anything like that. My free time is basically spent playing any games that I want to get more time in, watching streams, because I got a bunch of streams that I like to check out. And a lot of people in my community stream, and I don't tell them, but I follow them and then lurk in their channel to see how they're doing.
Do you watch for the sake of constantly getting better, or do you watch just for like a chill entertainment thing?
Depends on the game. I sometimes I will watch streamers to get to see how they're doing and see if I've missed anything, because I miss things all the time. Other times I just watch to see how that streamer is doing. Like I watched a lot of Mordhau streamers when it came out to see like how different people played and like what kind of strategies they used. And that's one of the things I really like about Twitch is that, especially for a game like Mordhau, you can really see like how other people go about doing well. And that's something you never get to do without Twitch, so it's kind of fun.
Yep.
I like it. All right.
Man.
Well, dude, that was a blast.
Yeah, dude. Thank you for the power hour of games. Madrinas power hours are also always a blast. Next time we need to do like a power hour where we like take a shot of Kofi every minute. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like a true power hour. 60 shots in an hour.
Good God.
You're up for that.
Are you crazy, sir? I I could do that. And since you're the co-owner, I could essentially ask you this. How do you feel about alcohol during our Madrinas streams?
I don't mind at all. I don't mind at all. You want to make a little cocktail? Ooh, that maybe we'll work on the
careful
name
there, buddy.
maybe we'll work on the naming of that one. Branding TBD.
I said drinking, man, not hard drugs. But hey, you do you, okay? But yeah, no, that could be fun sometime. Doing like beer shots on death or something, or we could.
I'm
have
down,
some
man.
fun with it. We'd have to probably pick a time slot towards the end of the stream,
Of course,
in case I'm gonna go. But yeah, it could be a lot of fun. But anyway,
Hell yeah,
guys,
man.
Before we break here, again, this has been Alex from Madrinas. He's one of the co-owners of my sponsor, Madrinas. I've been with them for years now. It is a pleasure doing this. We do one of these streams once per month. Like we mentioned earlier, the code for Ko-fi, if you go to ko.tv/Ko-fi right now, you will get half off anything you get on that store, essentially. Now, unfortunately, my coffee Ko-fi is sold out, but we should have that later on this week, in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Well, it'll be soon. I'll let you know the date. Hopefully before the end of the month is the goal.
Perfect. So like potentially a week. Great. Excellent.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And like Ko said, guys, it's madrinascoffee.com or ko.tv/Ko-fi. Or is it ko.tv/coffee?
ko.tv/coffee for the Ko-fi.
For the Ko-fi. Yeah.
Just to make it really confusing.
You're tripping my mind up. Maybe if we do it. Yeah. Anyway, so it's 50% off for the next 23 hours now, guys. So we got a bunch of cold brews. You can load up if you know that you love it, or if you never tried it before. It's a great time to support Ko. Use this code. It's 50% off coffee, so it's going to be as inexpensive for you as possible. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for letting me hang out. And Ko, as always, brother, so much fun to chill with you. And I will talk to you so soon.
Always a pleasure, brother. You have a great day. Give Shlomo my best, and we will see you next time.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.